Natasha and welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can see by the title, I'll tell you about a few recommendations that me and some of my classmates pretty much suggest to those that are going to training and really don't know what to get or what to do. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump right into it right now. Okay, so one of the very first things that I recommend is Tupperware, like packable Tupperware or stackable Tupperware. I know one of my classmates, she had like cute little like it's like the top, and you can like stack certain cubes or whatever in like so this is how it works. It has like a larger compartment at the bottom, and then on top it has like different compartments where you can put other Tupperware on top of it into those little compartments. So it kind of stacks up. So it just kind of keeps things very compact and organized for you. So therefore you can have like, you know, your main lunch at the bottom, and then you have like several snacks and things like that in the smaller containers as well. So that's just something that we recommend. It doesn't have to be packable or stackable or anything like that, but just some sort of Tupperware so that you're not like buying it while, you know, you're at training. Compliant shoes. So I bought my shoes from Payless Shoes. And I bought them during Memorial Day weekend. And so pretty much what happened was I bought a pair of flats and I bought a pair of heels. So they were both, I think, like $20 a piece or so. And they were already on sale. But for the Memorial Day weekend, you got like an extra, I think, 30% off in store and 40% off outside of online. So what I did was I just found a coupon on like Retail Me Not or something like that. I can link all this down below. But I found like a coupon on Retail Me Not and for 30% off, and I used it at the register, and when I bought both of them together, and I got both shoes for like $29. So I didn't think that was bad whatsoever. So pretty much $15 per shoe is not bad at all for a pair of shoes that you can wear to training. So pretty much I just went ahead and went with compliance, so that just in case, you know, things did go well throughout training and, you know, I did make it to the other side, that, you know, I can change my shoes in and out. So through the airport, I can wear my cute heels, and then while on the plane, you know, I can wear my flats. And then too, during training, you also kind of want to, you know, change them out as well, you know, so you can just kind of break your shoes in while you're in training. So sometimes, some days I did wear my flats, some days I did wear my heels. It just kind of depended on my mood. So yeah, I would just recommend getting compliant shoes just straight off the bat, so that therefore, you know, you have no problems, you know, during training or after training. So I also recommend getting an organized binder. Now, this is something I didn't do, but I seen a lot of my other classmates did it, and it really helped them out. But for me, I mean, it was fine the way I honestly had like a folder, and like any paperwork, anything that I got, I just kind of put it in the folder, and I had a few spare sheets of paper in the folder, and that was about it. But my other classmates, they actually got like a binder, and then they had like the different color tabs to like organize things, like different sections on whatever we were going through in training. So that kind of stuff really helped them out, and therefore whatever paperwork that we got, you know, they hole punched them, and you know, they put them in their through-ring binder in that particular section in their binder. So I do recommend getting that as well. That would be like a lifesaver while you're in training. I figured that out while I was in training, but I was like, I'm not about to go buy extra stuff, you know, I already bought this, I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. So if you're going to training, you know, and you haven't gone yet, that is something I do recommend. It just kind of helps make things, you know, more organized, and the more organized you are, the less stressed I feel like you'll be, so that therefore you're able to find everything, so that you're not stressed and, you know, when you can't find something. So that's just something that I personally recommend, and have, you know, of course, a lot of spare paperwork to take, you know, any notes or whatever, you know, you may take. Another thing I recommend is just a belt. It is very professional to have a belt and stuff like that whenever you have loopholes in your pants. So I do just recommend, you know, bringing a belt just in case you do have any holes and things like that in your pants. So another thing that I recommend is to bring plenty of pantyhose. So I went to like Walmart and I just bought a bunch of pantyhose. Some of them were like $5, some of them were like $4. I did get a pack, and the pack came with, I think, like 4 of them. There was like a value pack that had like 5 of them in them. However, I think that pack was like open or something, so I just didn't get it. So I just got the pack that had like the 4 in it, and I want to say it was like $4 to $6 or something like that. And you can get like the nude, you can get like the black. I just kind of switched it up. I got like the sheer, and then I also got like a black pair as well, so I can just kind of change it out or whatever. Because sometimes, you know, while you're at training, you know, you may happen to like get a run in your pantyhose. Me personally, I just kind of walked around with a run in it because I didn't bring enough pantyhose, I feel like. So I mean, if you're one of those people that's like a stickler for, you know, not having like runny pantyhose and stuff, so I would just recommend just bringing a few extra just to be on the safe side. You can get them for cheap at Walmart. Another thing I recommend is like a coffee holder. So, you know, like you have, you know, long days, you know, early mornings, late nights, you know, that whole thing. So I do recommend that, you know, you bring some sort of cup holder, like for coffee. It's like that keeps it insulated, so that therefore, you know, while you're sitting, you know, throughout training or whatever, you know, your coffee can stay warm. That was something that I did bring. It was my aunt's. She let me borrow it. I am in the process of buying my own now, because it is very useful in the industry. But during training, I just kind of borrowed my aunt's, and it was like a lifesaver throughout training. So I just kept my coffee in there, and then I bought like a big thing of creamer and I put it in the refrigerator. And then, you know, throughout the day when I was drinking my coffee, it stayed nice and hot for me. And then I would just put my creamer in as needed and drink it like that, so it can help keep me up, because, you know, the days just got so long. Another thing I recommend bringing is a lunchbox. So I don't know if y'all seen any of my other videos, but I mentioned how I was just using like Walmart bags as my lunchbox. Like, I just had to get it how I live while I was there. But one thing I do definitely recommend getting a lunchbox. I'm not saying you have to get something extravagant or anything like that. Like, just a cute little lunchbox, something to like carry all of your things, because, you know, like I said, you know, you're in training a lot of hours throughout the day. So, you know, you want to have like several snacks and stuff like that, you know, while you're there. You know, because you do get hungry, of course, throughout the day. So, you know, I would bring like several snacks. Like, I would bring like a Tupperware of like all kind of fruits and little stuff like that. I would bring my lunch with me, you know, just so I'm not spending extra money on other stuff. I brought my creamer with me all the time. Just little things like that. I just kept it all in the Walmart bag, and they would like break and stuff like that. I know one time it like burst all over the place on me, so that was like a mess. So I just recommend you bringing like a lunchbox that fit, you know, a nice amount of things in it, you know, so that, you know, for those long days that you have, you know, while you're at training. So yeah, definitely that's a big one. I also recommend a swimsuit. Me personally, I did bring a swimsuit, but I didn't swim whatsoever. I don't know, you know, how usually at hotels and stuff, usually they do have like a pool. So if they do have a pool, I do recommend bringing one, because for some people that's a stress reliever for them, because training can be very stressful. So I did bring one, but I didn't use it, only because, you know, I don't know, I just was just like, no, I don't have time to be in the pool. Even though you could have, you know, some people, you know, you have to make time for certain things. So I know that some of my classmates, you know, they, you know, got in the pool, you know, after class or whatever, and just kind of chilled. It was their way to relax, you know, recuperate from the long day, and then they would go back to their rooms or, you know, whatever, and study and do whatever. Now, for some people, working out is a stress reliever for them. So that's another thing that I recommend you bringing is workout clothes, so that you can go to the gym, release some stress, whatever, and then you can come back to your room and, you know, just kind of calm down, eat, you know, study, whatever, and then start the day back over again. So those are 2 things that I definitely recommend as well. I did work out while I was there, so I did bring workout clothes. But swimming is just something that I didn't really do while I was there. But I mean, you know, it's up to you, you know, to each his own. So yeah, whatever works for you. Another thing I do recommend is to always eat breakfast. I know I'm not a big breakfast person, honestly, but, you know, during training, I do recommend that you bring, you do eat breakfast. I know that some hotels, you know, they provide breakfast. So, you know, it just kind of varies. And then, of course, the times or whatever that, you know, breakfast is, you know, served, it might not always fit with your schedule while you're in training. But those days that it does fit with your schedule, I do recommend that you eat, because it's just another way to kind of help save on some money, so that you're not out buying like a bunch of breakfast stuff when you can just eat breakfast, downstairs in like the lobby. And if your hotel just so happens to, offer breakfast or whatever, I do also recommend making sure you take like some of the yogurts or something, or any little snacks that they have there. I definitely recommend taking some of those. I'm not saying be greedy, but take some of them, and then that way you have something to snack on throughout the day while you're at training or whatever the case may be. And this also helps you save on money, because I know I did that during training, and it really helped me out with like money. So it was something I did for like breakfast. It was like a snack in between some of my fruits and some of my yogurts and stuff. So definitely, use that to your advantage. If your company provides breakfast or the hotel provides breakfast, definitely do that and take little knickknacks that you can and just kind of hold on to those and eat them throughout the day, to just kind of help save on money. Because we all know that while we're in training, you are on a budget. I mean, if you're not, then, lucky you. But majority of us that are in training, we're on a budget. So that's just a way to kind of help you budget. Another thing, make sure you bring like medications and stuff like that. Like, I know some people, may get like a headache if they're really stressed. That might be something that's triggered for them. Headaches, some people may just get sick. I just recommend bringing like some ibuprofen or whatever kind of medication helps for you. If it's that time of the month for you and you have bad cramps, bring those type of medications as well. Make sure you prepare for all of those things. And also too, I bought a big pack of emergency. So I bought the day one. They also have a night one. I couldn't bring it to training because at the time my Walmart didn't have it. They had ran out. So I just bought a big pack of the emergency, so that whenever I felt like a little something kind of coming on, I just poured a bag of it was the daytime emergency, of course, poured it, in some water or whatever, and I could drink it, in the morning time during training. Like, it was perfectly fine. It doesn't make you sleepy or anything like that. It just kind of helps boost your immune system so that you don't get sick, because that's like the last thing you want while you're in training is to get sick. So, so just, you don't have to get the big pack like I did. I just did it because, like, I know for this career that emergency is something that you would need kind of throughout your career. So I just brought a big pack, so for whenever I need it, I always have something handy, and I can just pop it whenever I need it. So but now I do have the nighttime emergency. When I got back home, they did have some nighttime, so I bought the big pack of that one as well. And so I'll keep both with me. So if I'm in my hotel, after a trip or whatever, and I'm just kind of feeling a little sick, or feel like it's something coming on, I'll go ahead and put the nighttime one, and it'll knock me out. Like, I don't know about y'all, but it knocks me out. So I definitely only take that one when I'm about to go to bed. But yeah, so emergency would be a really good one as well to bring. Also for allergies, because I know you depending on wherever your training is located, and depending on the time of year as well, you may have allergies. Your allergies may flare up, and you may be like, oh my God, I don't really have allergies when I'm at home, but now that I'm in a whole nother state or a whole nother city, my allergies are now flaring up. So I know that did happen to a few of my classmates as well. So, and they were just like, oh my God, now I got to rent to Walmart. I pay for an Uber, to buy me some allergy medication and stuff like that, or whatever. So I just recommend bringing you some just to be on the safe side, because you just never really know what can happen. And the reason why I say these things is just so you can be as prepared as possible for whatever happens when you move to a different, location for training. Also, any hair products, bring you like some shampoo. I know the hotels, they provide like shampoo and conditioner, but sometimes they don't always like restock it every single day. So if you are one of those people that, wash your hair every single day or every other day or something, definitely bring you some sort of like big thing of like shampoo, or bring you some dry shampoo or something like that. Now, me personally, since I had these in, it was just kind of like pretty okay. I would just probably do like some dry shampoo in it every now and then mainly I just put like oils and stuff like that to kind of keep my hair moisturized, and that was easy for me. So if you want, you can go with a quick protective style to kind of help you throughout training if your company allows. I'm not quite sure if all companies allow it. I'm not 100% sure. But if you are able to wear a protective style, I would definitely recommend it. It just makes things so much easier while you're in training. So that way you don't have to worry about, oh, I need to wash my hair. Oh, well, this got in my hair. I need to do this to it. Oh, now my hair stinks from whatever, just whatever. You just don't want anything extra piled on top of everything that you have to do while you're at training. So I just recommend a protective style, and if you can't get like a protective style, then I mean, you may have to do a little extra, but I just kind of recommend a protective style. It just really helps me out a lot during training. It was, like I said, one less thing that I had to worry about while I was there. So another thing I recommend, of course, business clothes. Like, that's just a given. So bring you a nice amount of business clothes, because that is what you're going to be doing majority of the time in training, is wearing your business clothes to training. So of course, just like I said, just make sure you bring plenty of business clothes. Okay, so I just recommend bringing you some lounge clothes, because you never know where you want to go or where you may need to go. Just something just to kind of like lounge in. I mean, you could wear something cute too if you want to, because you and classmates may want to go have you something to eat on a weekend or something if you're off, or whatever the case may be. So definitely bring lounge clothes and something cute or whatever to go out in, if you do decide to go somewhere with your friends. And then, of course, you just want to make sure you bring the basics, like, your toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, night clothes, some socks, some tennis shoes, like some sandals or something, if it's, wintertime or springtime, or, bringing like some nice closed-toe shoes, or, something like that. Definitely, like, make sure you bring your basics, panties, bra, all of that. So all of these things that I mentioned in the video today, I'll definitely be sure to link them down below to things that I bought personally, and things that I also recommend will also be linked down below as well. Yeah, just to kind of make things a little bit easier for you guys. So that's about it. I hope this video was very helpful. If you have any other ideas to kind of help anybody that's going to training, definitely make sure you leave them down in the comments below, so that we can all kind of help each other out here. So if you have any other recommendations on any videos that you would like to see, definitely make sure you leave them leave the suggestions down below as well in the comments, and give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.